Welcome to A Push for 5, your daily all-in-one study partner for the AP exam. Whether you've got 10 minutes or 100, we'll keep you on track, building your skills one day at a time. By May, you'll walk into that exam confident, prepared, and ready to crush it. We'll guide you through real stimulus-based AP U.S. history practice questions. We have a total of over 150 videos that will be uploaded daily. These will go in chronological order, covering every period from pre-Columbus to modern day. We've got this. Here comes a set of questions from Period 2, 1607 to 1754. You'll see a short excerpt, map, or image, and use that to answer the multiple choice question. Stay sharp. Don't worry if you miss some. That's why we're here. Question 1. Stimulus. The New England colonies were founded primarily for religious freedom, whereas the Chesapeake colonies were established largely for economic gain. Excerpt from a Colonial historian, 2010. Question. Which of the following best supports the historian's statement about New England? A. The reliance on tobacco as a cash crop. B. The creation of the Mayflower Compact in 1620. C. The growth of the headright system. D. The establishment of the House of Burgesses. The correct answer is B. The creation of the Mayflower Compact in 1620. The Mayflower Compact reflected the Pilgrims' desire for a self-governing religious community. Chesapeake colonies focused instead on economic pursuits. Question 2. Stimulus. We shall be as a city upon a hill. The eyes of all people are upon us. John Winthrop, 1630. Question. What did Winthrop's statement reflect about the Massachusetts Bay Colony? A. The goal of creating a model Christian society. B. The desire for profitable agriculture. C. An emphasis on separating church and state. D. A call to join the transatlantic slave trade. The correct answer is A. The goal of creating a model Christian society. Winthrop envisioned Massachusetts as a religious example for the world. This highlights the colony's theocratic nature and communal focus. Question 3. Stimulus. Excerpt from a Virginia planter's letter, 1670. Servants are fewer now, for they demand much land at the end of their service. Africans, however, do not require such grants. Question. The shift described in the excerpt contributed most directly to which development? A. Growth of plantation slavery. B. The Great Awakening. C. The expansion of fur trading. D. Peaceful native relations. The correct answer is A. Growth of plantation slavery. Planters transitioned from indentured servants to enslaved Africans to meet labor needs. This fueled the growth of racial slavery in the Chesapeake. Question 4. Stimulus. We have endured much oppression, and our liberties are daily infringed. Nathaniel Bacon's Declaration, 1676. Question. Bacon's rebellion reflected which broader trend in colonial society? A. Elite planters resisted Crown authority. B. Frontier settlers clashed with colonial elites and native groups. C. Colonists sought independence from Britain. D. The spread of Enlightenment ideals. The correct answer is B. Frontier settlers clashed with colonial elites and native groups. Bacon's rebellion highlighted tensions between poor settlers, wealthy planters, and natives. The revolt accelerated the shift to African slavery. Question 5. Stimulus. Excerpt from a colonial trader's journal. 1710. Our rum finds ready exchange in Africa for slaves, who are then taken to the islands to labor on sugar plantations. Question. The system described in the excerpt is best known as A. The Columbian Exchange, B. Triangular trade, C. Salutary neglect, D. Mercantilism. The correct answer is B. Triangular trade. Triangular trade linked colonies, Africa, and the West Indies through the exchange of rum, slaves, and sugar. Question 6. Stimulus. Excerpt from the Navigation Act of 1660. No goods or commodities whatsoever shall be imported into or exported out of any colony except in English ships. Question. The primary purpose of this act was to A. Encourage colonial manufacturing, B. Enforce mercantilism by controlling trade, C. Reduce the power of colonial assemblies, D. Increase religious conformity. The correct answer is B. Enforce mercantilism by controlling trade. The Navigation Acts restricted colonial trade to benefit England's economy. Colonists often ignored them, resorting to smuggling. Question 7. Stimulus. The revivalists spoke with great energy, moving hearts and souls in the thousands. Letter describing a George Whitefield sermon, 1740s. Question. Which movement is reflected in this description? A. Enlightenment, B. First Great Awakening, C. Republicanism, D. The Glorious Revolution. The correct answer is B. First Great Awakening. Whitefield's emotional preaching was central to the First Great Awakening. It emphasized personal religious experience and independence. Question 8. Stimulus. Our commerce with the French must be stopped, lest they gain advantage over us in the fur trade. Colonial Governor's Letter, 1690s. Question. The rivalry described here would eventually lead to A. Bacon's Rebellion, B. The French and Indian War, C. The War of 1812, D. The Stono Rebellion. The correct answer is B. The French and Indian War. Competition between Britain and France for North America escalated into the French and Indian War. The fur trade was central to this conflict. Question 9. Stimulus. Excerpt from Roger Williams, 1644. God requires not a uniformity of religion. Enforced uniformity confounds civil peace. Question. Williams' statement is most consistent with which development? A. The founding of Rhode Island as a refuge for dissenters. B. The Glorious Revolution in England. C. The rise of racial slavery in Virginia. D. The enforcement of the Navigation Acts. The correct answer is A. The founding of Rhode Island as a refuge for dissenters. Williams established Rhode Island on religious tolerance and separation of church and state. His views challenged Puritan Massachusetts. Question 10. Stimulus. The people of New England lived close together, bound by faith and town meetings, while the people of Virginia lived scattered on plantations. Colonial observer, 1700s. Question: which factor most accounts for the difference described? A. The role of climate and geography in shaping economies. B. The spread of Enlightenment ideals. C. The impact of the French and Indian War. D. The spread of slavery into northern colonies. The correct answer is A. The role of climate and geography in shaping economies. New England's rocky soil led to small towns, while Virginia's fertile land supported plantations. Geography drove different settlement patterns. Thanks for watching A Push for 5. Let us know in the comments which questions you liked the most. If today's practice helped you, tap like, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss any future videos. And share this with a friend who's also aiming for that 5. If you want more hands-on learning or direct feedback, reach out directly. We'd love to help you take your prep to the next level. See you in the next video.